Guys, welcome to my life. Get in here, let's do some makeup. Okay, I have 1 hour. One hour, 30 minutes to be ready for class. So I'm going to rush and do some makeup. Now to start, I'm going to start with my face because I need to rush over the process. I'm going to be using this hydrating. So I'm going to be using this face cream from Elf Cosmetic. This is the one I'm using. Now you want to always make sure that your face is hydrated. And moisturize very, very well. So I'm going to beat that into my skin. I think I'm going to need more, so I'll go in and grab more. So you want to make sure that when you're applying your products, you want to make sure that you take smaller quantity at a time, like go small and add when needed. Hi guys, welcome to my live. So today I have 1 hour 30 minutes to do my makeup because I'll be rushing to class, so I don't need to cover up my face a little bit. Now since I'm in a hurry, I like to go with my face first. I'll start in with this hydrating face cream from Elf Cosmetic. This is what it looks like. Hi Anna, welcome to my live from Brazil. Thank you for joining me. So you want to go in with a little product. You want to go in with a little product at a time, always. So you'll be able to manage the product, okay? Now I'm just warming that up and adding as you go. If you need more, you go ahead and add. But always make sure that you go in with a little at a time. So now after applying each product, you want to make sure that you wait for like a minute or two so that gets into your skin before you go ahead and you want to wait for a minute or two so that gets into your skin before you go ahead and apply the next product. So now after I do that, I'll go ahead. You want to go ahead with whatever serum you're using, or before the cream you want to go in with a serum, but I'm not going to be doing that because I did skincare in the morning. Now I just went ahead and I need more hydration, I need more moisture on my face, so I go ahead with the moisturizer on top of it. After applying your moisturizer, you want to go in with your concealer. You can also go in with your sunscreen, and sometimes so sunscreen can work like your primer. Now I'll go in now. I start apply my primer. After my primer, I'm going to correct, like color correct. So For my primer, this is the one I'm using. This one is from Maybelline. This is the one I'm using. So as I said, you want to go in with little product at a time. Don't go in too much. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate. So I'm going to let this sit a little bit while I look for the product I'm going to use to cover my under eye. So first of all, what I use for my under eye is I go in with a concealer that is my skin tone, but you can go ahead and use, depending on the color of your dark spot under your eye, and use either orange, green, or red. No, orange, green, or blue. So depending on the under eye color that you have. Now, for me, this work when I go in with darker under concealer first, which is exactly my skin tone. Now this I'm going to apply it on all the areas where I'm trying to cover the spot. After I do that, you want to go in with your sponge. You want to go in with a sponge or a brush. Now I'll go in with my sponge. I'll gently tap. You can also use your finger to blend this. So just gently tap. I'm not going to press down, because if you press down, you're going to pick up the product. Gently tap. You see how that is matching the skin? On all the areas where I have any imperfection that I want to correct, this is what I do. I'm pressing the product in. I'm not dragging. I'm just tapping the product in. Now you can see that I have everything covered up. My dark spots on the eyes are also covered. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. After I do that, I'll go in with my foundation. Now this is the foundation I'm using. Is from Lancome in the shade 500C. I'm going to drop some at the back of my hand and work with it from there. I'm still going to use the same sponge. Now, since I have my under eye corrected already, I'm not going to use the foundation there. If not, that's going to be too much product under your eyes, and you don't want that because it can easily crease up. So I'm going to avoid that area because we need to still apply highlight. Your lid, you want to go ahead and apply that on it because you want a blank canvas. Okay. Now this is what my face is looking like. You can see I have a blank canvas. You want to go ahead and start working on that. Now we want to start bringing back the shades onto our face. I'm going to let that sit a little bit while I bring out what I'm going to be using. What I'm going to be using for contouring and highlighting my face. Now for highlight, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Concealer. Rivera, thank you for joining me. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place Concealer in the shade 12. Then for contouring, I'm going to be using this from NYX Cosmetic. This is what it looks like. Then for my liquid blush, I'm going to be using this palette. So now that I have my products, I'll start applying them. I'll go in with the light shade first because I need this to sit and get tacky. That's why I'm going in with it first. This concealer covers up very well, so you want to go in with a little at a time. Now, where are you applying your concealer? The highlight on areas where you want to light up, like you want it to. Light will normally reflect on your face. So, which is the T-zone? What I mean is your under eyes, the bridge of your nose, your forehead. You don't need to apply too much. Yeah, and on your chin. So after doing that, you want to go ahead and start contouring your face. For contour, I'm going to use a brush. I'll pick the product. I need just a little bit. You can see I already have my natural dark line. I'm just going to add a little bit on that. Thank you for the likes. So you want to apply your contour. You're using your contour to darken on the areas where you want to bring shadow, or you want it smaller. Now, if you have a small forehead, you don't need to apply your contour shade on your forehead if your forehead is small. But if you have it as large as mine, you want to go ahead and make sure that you apply some on this area. On this area, it will give you that oval shape face. Then on your hairline. Not everybody has to do the same contouring. Depending on your shape of your face, you want to contour in one way or the other. Now, if you have the inverted triangle, that you have a smaller forehead, then you have a bigger jawline, you don't want to go in on your forehead and start applying dark shades, because that is what everyone is doing. If you do that, your forehead is going to shrink, like it's going to shrink in a way that you have just a line on your forehead. So if you have that kind of face shape, where you want to use your dark shades are on this area where you have the large jawline. So you want to go ahead and remove that by applying a dark shade under this area. That's just an example. Then at the area, like you have a triangular shape of face, right? At the top, you want to put more light shade on this area, so it makes it look like you have a wider forehead. I hope that makes sense. Then at the bottom, you want to make sure that you're using a dark shade to take away that triangle to give you an oval shaped face. So most of the times we go ahead and do everything we see online, but it does not work for everybody. The contouring that worked for me might not work for you. So you just want to make sure that you know the shape of your face before you go in and contour. Now for my nose, I'm going to apply some in here. Because this is what I want to take away. Now, wherever you're putting the black, the dark shade is where you want it to be smaller. I'm going to put it here. So it hides this part and you make my nose look pointy. Now for your blush, you want to apply your blush here on the high point of your cheekbone. That's where you want to apply your blush. You can take it up if you want a lifted look. It all depends on your preference. You can bring it in here if you want a more youthful look. Now I'm using these two shades. So I have my shades right now. I'll go ahead and start blending the dark shade. You want to drag upward, not pull down, because if you pull down, your face is going to go down. Now you want to blend towards your hairline like that to lift that up. I'm going to use my sponge to do that. I'm going to blend that towards my hairline. When you start blending, you want to start with the dark shade. You can see how it's taken away. This area looks like, if I do this, it's giving me kind of pointy chin that I don't have. Then kind of taking away the double chin that I have. And my product, what I'm doing is I'm tapping them into my skin. You're beating the product into your skin. You're not dragging. So after I'm done with that dark shade, my time is 11:33 a.m. After I'm done with the dark shade, I'll go in with the next darker shade, which is the next dark shade, which is the blush, and I'm going to just blend that. I like to take my blush upward. You can just leave it in here. Like, it all depends on your preference. See, like it did like I used thread to pull that up. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to use a clean sponge. You don't want to go, you don't, I'm in Spain from Sydney. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate. You want to use a clean sponge to blend the light shade. This is the light shade. You don't want to go in with this to blend that. You don't want to do that. Use a clean sponge or a clean brush to do it. Anyways, I think I'm going to use a brush first. I'm going to pick a brush like this. You can see it's an angle brush, and blend. What I'm doing is pulling the product outward. Um, the biggest bag. Well, if you break out a little, a lot, first of all, you want to, normally I'll say is due to taking out process, taking down the makeup process, because I used to break out so much. It was not because of the product, but because of how I take it out. After doing your makeup, you want to make sure that when you're taking out your makeup, like, take your time. Don't be in a hurry. First, don't sleep with your makeup. Never, ever, ever. Secondly, you want to make sure that you're taking out your makeup and cleaning, like, take your time. You see the time you're taking in making yourself up, right? You take an hour or two to make yourself up. You can't take 5 minutes to clean that up. It's not going to go. And the product is going to sit there, clog your pores, and cause breakage. That's just what I noticed with me. Okay? So you want to make sure that, first of all, you take off your makeup with a makeup remover or makeup cream, whatever you're using. I don't use wipes because it hurts. Like, I break a lot when I use wipes, so I don't use wipes. I use makeup micellar water. Now, after cleaning with micellar water, I clean like twice. Okay, I clean that like twice with micellar water. After doing that, I go in with a cleanser. I go in with a cleanser to, like, rub that all over my face, wait for a while, then clean that up again with a cotton pad. Just give me a second. After cleaning that up, you want to wash your face with any facial wash you have. I use the CeraVe for dry to normal to dry skin. I use that with the green container. That's what I use. I wash my face with it 2 times. Now, after washing your face, now you want to use a toner to balance the pH of your face. A toner of your choice. Then after your toner, you don't want to wipe that out. You want to let that, don't rub it. Use the toner with a spray is one of the best that I will recommend, that you just spray it. You let it dry on its own. After it dries on its own, then you want to go in now with your serum, the one you're using, with your face cream, your eye cream, whatever you're using after that. But the cleaning process, don't joke with it. Then you want to also look at the product you're using. Look at the product you're using. Look at the, don't use product that has been on for a while. If you check on the products, most of the time they have the expiry date. Immediately you've opened the product, if you look here, you see where they have like something open down here. You see they put 12. It means after you open this product, after 12 months, when you open this product, right, after 12 months, you don't need to use it. It has expired. It does not matter the expiry date that you had on the carton when you bought it. So when you look at it, you have 12. It means on any product you're using, because we made that mistake and we say, this product, when I bought it, you're 3 years on shelf. Yeah, but not when it's open. Now when you've opened it, you check here, you see they put 12M. After 12 months of opening this product, you don't need to use it again. It has expired. whatever product you're using, try to check that. If you check on this one, you have it here. So go ahead and check your products. Also, if you clean and you're still breaking out, check the products you're using. Now, after blending my concealer, I'll go in with a brush. I'll go in with a sponge because we need that to be smooth. I hope that was helpful. Then you just check the products you're using, because sometimes there's a particular product that is breaking you out. Like the micellar water that comes with oil in it, I don't use that because I break out when I use it. So you just look at the products you're using. So after blending that, I'm going to take the sponge that I used in blending the dark shade, and I want to get rid of harsh lines between the two shades. So I'm going to do that. You see that you have smooth blend without lines on your face, without uh the difference between the light and the dark shade than the contour, right? You want to make sure that there are no lines on that. After I do that, I'll go ahead and start setting my face, because you want to make sure that you set that product in so it doesn't crease up. I'll go ahead and pick up. This is the powder I'm using. This is the Fenty Beauty Banana setting powder. I'm going to pick that, then I'm pressing that in, okay? I'm pressing that in. Now the powder, I'm only going to apply that on the areas where I apply the highlight. I'm going to use it to set that. Then I'm going to go in with this bronzer on the areas where I used the dark shade. And set. Now I'm going to use this HD powder from Elf. Then with a powder puff like this, I'm going to wrap that product and just deposit that under my eyes. I'm not going to brush that off right now. Now this is just so that when I apply my eyeshadow, any fallout, I'll be easy to brush that off. Because I don't normally like to bake, but this is because I started with my face, and normally you have fallout from the eyeshadow. You want to avoid that by doing this, so you can easily pick up the products when you have fallout. So for my eyebrows, thank you. For my brows, I'm going to use this brush to first of all brush that up. Then with this powder puff I use, I'm going to tap that. This is to take off any oils that I have on my brows. Now I'm going to be using a brown pencil. This one. You want to line your brows. Now I'm not going to do anything strange. I'm just going to fill my brows. After drawing my brows, I'll go ahead and use concealer to shape that. You want to use it with a flat brush. Like I'm trying to get these brows as close to each other as I can. If you're into makeup, you know the struggle. Anyways, guys, we are going to leave it like that because if I don't stop, I'll take an hour just trying to make that look the same. And I don't have that time. So moving on to the lid, I'm going to be applying an eyeshadow. Yeah, trust the process. Like seriously. Okay, I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow. This is the base I'm using. Is from Juvia's Place. So I'm just trying to make sure that it mimics shape very well before you use. With the sponge I used to blend my concealer, I'm going to use it to blend the eyeshadow base. Like you want to always make sure that you have a base when applying your eyeshadow. This is going to help the pigment to come out. So when you can have a base, or you can also go in with a light shade of a concealer for your base, because the base will always make your help with the pigmenting of the eyeshadow. So today I'll be using the Be Perfect Cosmetic palette. This is the Canva 3 palette. This one. So I'm going to use this shade and this. Anyways, the eyeshadow look I'm doing right now is for the purpose of this video, because I'm not going to go out like that, because I'm not going for a party. I'm going to use this shade. And always make sure there are no lines before you apply your product. Blend to get rid of the lines. You can see I'm just tapping my product in. This product I'm only this color I'm only concentrating it on the crease. I'm not taking it upward. Now I'm going to take this to help me darken that a little bit. I'm still using the same brush. Now that I'm satisfied with the shade, I'll start blending. Now you want to get a clean brush, a round head brush like this one. You want to blend the outer corner of this shade, just above it. I didn't add any other product, another product. I'm just going to blend this first. We want to get rid of the light. Take your time to blend. So you can see how smooth that blend is. I'm going to take another fluffy brush like this, and I'll pick up a light shade. I'm going to pick up this shade right here. I'll blend that a little bit above. Now I'm kind of blending it inward like this. So if I have fallout, you go in, not on this area. I'm just trying to avoid that. Now I'm just going to intensify my shade. You want every shade that you're applying to show, but not in lines. With a very small brush, I'm going to grab the first shade I use and grab this. With the brush I use for my concealer, I'm going to use that brush to cut the crease. And I'm still going to use this. Now with my finger, I'm just going to get rid of the line. Then with this brush I use for the light shade, which was this one, I'm going to pick this up again and just tap that on the eyelid. Then with the brush I use in packing the product, what we want is shades fading into each other, not demarcation like lines of the different shades. Now at this outer corner, you want light in that area. I'm going to use white eyeshadow. This is in the Morphe X James Charles palette. I'll take a flat brush like this. Grab the white shadow and just press in. So you can see the blend. See how the shades are fading into each other. You don't have lines. So what I need is light at the inner corner. I'm going to use a shimmer color. I'm going to use this. Now I'll take this angle brush like this and pick up a black eyeshadow. Then I'm going to apply that on my lash line. You want to make that as close to your lash line as possible. Now, so we go ahead and take this off. You can also use your pencil to do this. So if you take a look at the eyeshadow, you can see that this is up and this is down. You can go ahead and add on this side, or you remove from this side. So the easier way to do it is to remove. Now I'm going to take my concealer brush and pick a little bit of concealer. Drop some at the back of my hand. You just want a little bit. You want to go ahead and dust this off. Now I'm going to be applying half lash. This is the one I'm going to be using. I've used this before. I'm going to use this. I'm going to set my blush with this and this. Remember, I used the same shades like that for the blush, so I'm going to use the same shade to set it up. In my mirror. I'm going to use this for my highlight. Now with a fluffy brush like this, I'm going to take a pressed powder and just buff the entire face. Then I'm going to set with this. And I'll take this powder puff and just tap. This is just to get rid of the shine. Hola Pepe, ¿qué tal? Okay guys, this is what I'm looking at right now. Muchas gracias. Okay guys, this is what I'm looking like. Muchas gracias, muchísimas gracias. Te agradezco mucho, muchas gracias. Thank you guys for being here today. I want to thank you all. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Like, I'm seeing some comments that are making me. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.